Good morning, evening, or afternoon, everybody. Today I'm going to be going over all of the biggest changes that you are going to see in the Burning Crusade Anniversary experience. Some of these are just core to the jump from Classic to TBC that I think are very important for people to be aware of because you simply just might not know, as well as all of the other changes that they are doing with the game that just weren't there to begin with for the first time or second time around, whatever time around it is, because this is coming up on the third time to give TBC a whirl. But before we get into the video, it is Thanksgiving here in the United States, so just want to say happy Thanksgiving to all my fellow Americans, and I am most thankful for being able to chase my dream every single day, having a healthy family, having a healthy life, and just, being able to share knowledge with you guys and you guys enjoying it. So tell me down below what you guys are most thankful for, what your favorite food is, and what you are enjoying today. But without further ado, let's dive right into it. So the very first thing that you guys need to be aware of is the massive upheaval for classes, talents, all the changes to stats, how they get optimized. There is so much. So nearly every class gets a completely new talent tree, completely reworked. Some things that are like iconic, things like for mage right here, ice block is a iconic spell for mages. It's usually right here in the tree, gets completely changed, and it is now in just a baseline spell, so every mage gets ice block. And a lot of like drastic changes like that happen and occur in it. And then you also just get a reworking and rebalancing of abilities. They take a lot of them away, they add to it, they change it in so many different unique ways that I think is really cool. And I think it helps classes become a little less bloated. You have a lot more free buttons, things like that. A lot of the hybrid classes, so like shadow priests, druids, paladins, shamans, they all become really good and really useful, and it is really, really nice. Another thing specifically with druids is using a lot of items like sappers for engineering does not take you out of form. So someone commented that yesterday on the tier list video, so huge shout out to you for that, man. I appreciate it. Then haste is a new stat, so everyone can get the offensive stat of haste. Usually, like, yes, it did exist in classic, but it was pretty much troll racial and like mind quickening gem. It was very, very hard to get, but now you are able to get haste and you're able to blast with it. So if you like look at ranged here, you can see speed and how fast you can attack. 0% haste is your rating. Obviously the character sheet changes if you're not using an add-on to do that already, but there's just so many things that get added. Hit gets reworked a little bit. It's now like a stat on your stuff. It's a hit rating instead of that. The default copy gear doesn't come with any, so I can't really show you that, but like critical strike, as you see, it becomes critical strike rating instead of crit percent. So that is just a big difference from what it was. It doesn't, they do have values, but I don't have that breakdown off the top of my head. Then expertise gets added to it as well, and some other things are like optimized flight paths. Like if you, the best one is if you go from org to any like crossroads to ratchet, that's a direct one now. It doesn't go crossroads to org to ratchet, so like you save so much time with flight paths. Your mount gets at an earlier level so you can get after it. I'd almost say like the leveling experience in TBC from 1 to 60 is probably 50% faster because of all those classes, all of those talents. There's a huge EXP reduction 1 to 60 as well, so you're moving around so much quicker, you're moving around so much more efficient. The quests are so much easier. A lot of the elite quest mobs get turned down to normal ones, and it's just so much faster. So if you're like me and you don't have a character for where you want to play yet, I would just wait till pre-patch. Honestly, it just saves you so much more time. If you obviously don't have anything else to do, no other games, then go for it. Start building some wealth if you want to. Then the next thing I want to show you guys is PvP reduction. So this comes out with pre-patch. So if like you're leveling that new character, do not rank AV right now. Do not put yourself through that. It is not worth it, because as you can see here, these high warlord weapons are only 4,782 honor and 3 marks. So like the marks are super easy to get. You can get the marks now. They are the same marks in classic, but it is it's just something to not really worry about. This is level 70 gear, and something important about the 70 gear is if you click here and you go to buy it, you have to be level 70 to purchase it. So you will not be able to purchase it during pre-patch, but you will be able to save up the stuff to get it. Then you can see here, you can get like the Blood Guard easy stuff. You can get that in like an hour of doing it. Each of them are under 1k honors, kind of crazy. And then the general set, as you can see here, 2,400, 4,100. It is just so freaking cheap. Honestly, the marks might be the hardest part to get because you just got to go out there. Depends if they do the losing and winning. I think they changed it to one loss gives you one, so like you can literally just queue there and die in AFK and just keep going at it. I'm sure a lot of people will do that if you don't make a pre-made and whatnot. But the point is I would just recommend you hit level 60, go into the PvP, get a good weapon, get some good general gear, and then do like AQ20s, ZGs. ZG enchants are pretty nice, so getting exalted on ZG is good, so I'd recommend doing some ZGs. Hopefully, they announced midnight is March 2nd, so that makes me think that we might get a month of pre-patch, because then you get the whole month of February to launch before midnight even came out. So like 2 months from pre-patch till we see stuff. Really, really awesome. Then everything else is in Outland, and there's no portal there, so I have to head there, and I will show you guys the stuff when we get there. So I will see you then. Whoop. So the next biggest thing that you're going to encounter is reputation attunements. And now normally you get a class, you have anyone, and like this is the Shatari rep, and you have to get Shatar to revered here to be able to get this, and that would let you do the heroic TBC keys dungeons, for example. However, something very awesome is if you already have this key on one character, you can buy this communal Warp Forge pouch, which, as it says, contains a bind on battle.net account for the heroic dungeons for TBC keeps. This key can only be used by characters who have friendly with Shatar. So if you're doing multiple classes, you literally get them all on your main, then you just quest or do whatever to get all the other reps to friendly. Friendly is 3k rep. It does not take long. You just do a few quests, do a few whatever, and you'll get it really freaking quickly. So it's just an absolutely amazing thing. And as you can see, it costs 100 gold to do it, but 100 gold is way less than it would take to get a key here. So definitely worth doing in every aspect of it. And then getting attuned with the raids, so Karazhan, Hyjal, Black Temple, Tempest Keep, and SSC, all of those are going to be bind on account. So I'd imagine when you it says when you complete it for everyone. So I'd imagine it's just like you either get mailed a battle.net key, you get mailed something else. I really have no idea what to expect for that, what they might give us, and how that will all go out. And then most importantly, the boosting nuke it's been up here. They've updated it a few times now, and it is still currently nerfed. You get the anti-boosting stuff that they put in at the end of TBC last time, and as you know, like it's targeted at to stop boosting, to stop RMTing, to stop farmers and boss. However, individual players who might farm something solo for gold are definitely impacted. So I'm going to show you two things. One of them actually still works, so that will be the second one, but the next one I'm going to show you is slave pins. So I'm going to head there and show you guys just how awful it is. So I'll see you then. Whoop. Alrighty guys, so we're here in the slave pins. I'm just going to pull this first pack here so you guys can see for yourself. And as you can see right now, we're going to pop our ice armor, and now we're just going to start blizzarding them. And that is essentially going to be roughly your timer for when they are going to drop all slows and then come at us and try to murder me, which will be pretty much after this next Frost Nova. So we're going to Nova it, and then we are going to start to blizzard it, and they should break out, and in any second now they will become immune, and they will start attacking me. So as you can see, they are no longer being slowed. We're hitting them with the Cone of Cold, and they are immune, and you go dead. So that is exactly what is going to happen if you try to boost in these slave pins or any other cursed instance. So pretty much every single one that is popular for boosting, I have gone to and tried. Scarlet Monastery is a little weird. I'm not really sure what's going on there, but if like I blizzard them for 30 seconds straight, the same effect happens. But if I just do a little bit of the mobs, it doesn't like break. I don't know what's going on there, but it happens at Strath, it happens at Sunken Temple, it happens pretty much everywhere that you can go and test, except for one final place, which you guys are going to see right now. So I will see you then. Whoop. So guys, here we are currently on the anniversary PTR, and we are going to be showing you the fact that you can, in fact, farm ZG still. It is not touched by the anti-boosting software that you guys just saw in Slave Pen. So we're going to do this for about 30 seconds. and you will see by the time they get to me and we Nova them again and we run up to the other side, because, you know, mage boosting is very, very challenging, as you can see. You guys will see that they, in fact, do not get free from it, become immune and blastless like they did in the slave pens. So it is just very, very interesting to note and important, because this means raid boosting might still be on the table. We'll have to see, obviously, when we get to Karazhan. We'll have to see when we get here. But as of now, you can come here, you can do this, you can blast these mobs, and you'll be able to get pretty good XP, as well as, you know, like you can go from 60 to 62. As far as boosting, once you're 70, this isn't going to be a good boost, but while your mages are still at 60, you're still grinding, it can be a very, very profitable boost for the moment. So just something for you guys to consider, pay attention to, and be aware of, because as you see, we're getting 1300 XP per kill, which is much more than anything we would get elsewhere. So pretty good stuff, and then, you know, your bijous and whatnot. But that is the end of our changes. That is the last example to show you. All dungeon boosting is pretty much dead. It does the same thing that you encounter in slave pens. Some of them are a little weird. Like, you don't see it happening in RFC. You don't see it happening in some specific spots. But all in all, boosting for the most part is going to be dead. ZG is the only, like, good one towards the end game that I have tested and still works. So that's why I'm sharing it with you, to hopefully help you mages. If it's something you want to do at launch, you definitely can. But until next time, I'll see you later, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Have a great day. Peace.
Hey you. Yes you. Are you still there? Well, I appreciate you for taking the time to watch this entire video and making it to the end here. If you enjoyed this video, definitely check out the other videos about World of Warcraft listed in these playlists down below. And thank you again. Have a great day. Bye-bye.